Hey guys, I'm Jay and this is Football Talk. In this one, I will be reacting to non-NFL legends who should come out of retirement and what team they should play for. I know you got I know you guys I know you guys cannot see what's on the screen right now, but they got my boy Julian Edelman. You know, they used to call you boy that back in, back in the playing days. Had that dog in me. Man, to see Julian Edelman back, oh my goodness. That right there would just be incredible. I don't know who the other 8 are going to be, but we shall see. Without further ado, though, let's jump right into it. Oh, there are some teams out there that, yeah, definitely.
What would happen if they came back?
Could I get ready? I mean, I probably could.
Would you want to do it?
I mean, that depends on the situation at that time.
When was that? I might need to watch that interview.
The fandom in us continues to hope that these former stars
Of course,
will feel the urge
Gronk.
to play again.
I don't know.
Let's play
See,
matchmaker for these retired NFL.
here's the thing. Sorry for pausing already. Gronk, I mean, he is still one of the best blocking tight ends there's been. But the injuries, the hits he took is just, oof. I don't know. It would be similar to his last year, but maybe even worse.
The legends, whom we hope will ultimately decide to come back for one more year. Tom Brady, San Francisco 49ers. If there's one team
Of course, the GOAT.
hoping that Tom Brady unretires, it's his boyhood team. 49ers head coach.
He still look like he in
Shanahan
shape
admitted
too.
ahead of
That's the
club's
crazy
run in
part.
Super Bowl 58 that he would have pursued Tom Brady if the GOAT didn't retire. According to Shanahan, Brady's arrival was the only way that Brock Purdy would have lost his starting job in 2023. And Purdy played absolutely fine in the 49ers' heartbreaking Super Bowl 58 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. But you do get the sense that if San Fran had a Hall of Fame talent and proven winner at the helm, maybe they would have snuck past Patrick Mahomes and company. It's well known by now that Brady wanted to join the 49ers.
Hold on, guys.
But past Patrick Mahomes and company.
This right here is one of the most shocking Super Bowl final scores I've ever seen. Who would have thought going into that was COVID year. First, I know it was the first time ever the city that hosts also had a team in it. Minnesota was, if they could have had if they had beaten the Eagles, they would have been the first. Who would have thought 31-9? Patrick Mahomes didn't even get in the end zone. He didn't even get close. This right here, it's right up there with Seattle and Denver. If you guys remember that one, it's right up there.
Well known by now that Brady wanted to join the 49ers in 2023 agency, but they were already committed to Jimmy Garoppolo. And ever since that fateful decision, the 49ers have kept falling just short of a Super Bowl title. So, how about bringing in the 7-time Super Bowl winning QB to this star-studded roster to get over the hump once and for all? Heck, sign Brady to just 1 year. Have him come in, try to deliver you a Lombardi Trophy number 6, and then hand the reins back to Purdy. Come on, Tom, just sell back your Las Vegas Raiders ownership stake and make the dream of playing for the 49ers a reality.
I forgot he is part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Luck
I forgot all
will
about.
always be one of the greatest what-if stories in professional sports. He walked away in his prime just weeks before his 30th birthday back in 2019. And of course, the first
But when this happened, I was just like, what? Like, I couldn't talk for like a good couple of minutes.
As long as he stays retired, Luck's career will always
It was
feel
so
like a piece of
unexpected.
unfinished business. Now, what if in an alternate universe, Luck is fully healthy and decides he wants to attempt an NFL comeback? Well, it wouldn't happen with the Colts, of course, since, well, they already have their new QB and Anthony Richardson. If there is one Super Bowl hopeful that makes sense, it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys. So, allow us to explain. Luck would have to go to a team with an elite offensive line and plenty of playmaking weapons. Well, the Cowboys have 2 future Hall of Famers in Tyron Smith and Zach Martin to block, plus
See that? They already trying to get rid of you. Ain't that crazy? First and foremost, Andrew Luck, Dallas Cowboys, no. That don't, no. And then he said the only Super Bowl team, first and foremost, Super Bowl and Dallas Cowboys, and this generation should not be in the same sentence ever. Never, ever. We'll probably never see that. I mean, I ain't gonna say, hey, you never can say never. Your boy probably be 100 years old before the Cowboys reach an NFC Championship game, letting on the damn Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
Star Tyler Smith. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks are one of the game's top receiving duos too. Why would Dallas want Luck when they already have a younger and healthier option in Dak Prescott? Well, Prescott has had nearly a decade now to lead Dallas to the promised land. And, well, his ugly 2-5 playoff record sort of speaks for itself. The Cowboys need to accept that they won't win the big one with Prescott and Mike McCarthy. We saw just how the Colts fell apart whenever Luck was injured during his playing career. He absolutely carried a very mediocre roster to 4 playoff appearances.
He sure
including a
did.
trip to the
Damn,
2015
4?
AFC Championship game. Luck going to Dallas to replace Prescott and trying to help the Cowboys get over the playoff hump once and for all? Yeah, why not? We'd be all for it. J.J. Watt, Detroit Lions. What a classic case
Okay,
of guy retiring when
I
he still
like
had plenty
this.
left to give. In his final season on a low
I definitely feel like JJ got maybe one more in the tank. He was on that trajectory to like be one of the best defensive guys in the NFL history. Excuse me.
Smith and Cameron Hayward already leading a stout pass rush. However, the Steelers wouldn't really have much need of the elder Watt. If anything else, JJ would likely prioritize a Super Bowl contender that could offer him ample playing time. And, well, I think that's where the Lions would come into play. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes quickly turned the Lions into a winner, leading them to an NFC Championship game appearance in the 2023 season. If there was a glaring weakness,
And they had a big lead.
However, it was the lack of game-wrecking pass rushers to complement Aiden Hutchinson. The scrappy, energetic, and feisty Watt would be perfect for the culture Campbell has built in Motor City. Watt would provide the Lions with another dangerous pass rusher and quality run stopper who is capable of getting this team into the big dance once and for all. AJ Green, Kansas City Chiefs. Like J.J. Watt, Green's final season came in 2022
Yeah,
on
I
a
don't
terrible
know.
Arizona Cardinals team. With Kyler
AJ
Murray and
Green.
DeAndre Hopkins all missing ample time, the Cardinals limped to a 4-13 record just 1 year after reaching the postseason. And man, did it just straight up
I think I'm not too mad at this.
Injuries had derailed the final 5 years of Green's career, but he was productive in 2021 with 54 receptions, 848 yards,
Yeah.
and 3 touchdowns. With Murray at full strength, Green was able to produce like a quality.
Another big
number two.
target for
Having had a full year now to
Mahomes.
rest and recover from all those injuries. Why shouldn't Green come back and see what he can do with the game's best QB in Patrick Mahomes? The Chiefs have been a factory for getting veteran stalwarts their first Super Bowl rings. Tyrann Mathieu, Melvin Gordon, Juju Smith-Schuster, Frank Clark, you name it. Green would be a rotational player in Casey's offense if he were to unretire and join them in 2024. But with his big body and contested catch skills, Green could serve nicely as a real good red zone weapon for Andy Reid and company. And he'd get the chance to win a ring, no less. Le'Veon Bell, Pittsburgh Steelers. Bell royally screwed up when he rejected the Steelers' offer of a $70 million extension back in 2018. Bell sat out the entire year as a result, wanting to stay fresh and believing that he could cash in on the free agent market. Bell didn't even last 2 seasons with the New York Jets after signing a lucrative deal with them in 2019 free agency. He split 2021 with the Baltimore Ravens and Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was soon out of football altogether. The Bell Steelers breakup
played for Tampa
was
Bay?
miserable for both sides. His career went down the toilet after rejecting their final offer, and Pittsburgh hasn't won a playoff game since Bell's departure. A week before Super Bowl 58, Bell expressed interest in returning to the NFL and noted that he only wanted to play for the Steelers. And so, of course, that got us thinking, why the heck not? Yes, the Steelers have 2 stud running backs in Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, but remember Bell's explosiveness as a pass catcher and constant damage in the red zone that we saw during his tenure with Pittsburgh? Of course he could still be useful for Mike
Dude, it's
Tomlin
an
and
absolute
company. Plus,
matchup nightmare.
Come on, it doesn't hurt to have
The
one
way
health
he
insurance
ran the
just in
ball
case one of your
is-
top guys gets injured. There is still some unfinished
It's so
business for
weak.
Bell
It's so
and Steelers following
awkward.
their ugly divorce. Bringing back a former fan favorite and superstar in Bell for their new Super Bowl quest sure would make for a compelling storyline in the Steel City. Julian Edelman, New York Jets. Something tells us.
Oh,
Edelman
hell no.
not to
Nope.
walk away from his age 34
Nope.
season if Tom
Hell
Brady
to
didn't
no.
leave New England in the first place. Alas, Edelman did that in 2021 following an injury-riddled 2020 season with the Brady-less Pats. But if Edelman were to return to the gridiron, who better than Aaron Rodgers?
with the
is
damn
New York
Jets.
The former shifty slot receiver
Hell
was
no,
surely only
not
one
Red Aaron.
qualified contender with an elite QB. Not to mention that the Jets don't have much in the receiving room outside a young star, Garrett Wilson. Edelman's explosiveness and route running skills made him a nightmare to cover one-on-one. Surely, Rodgers would have no issue
Dude,
giving
was
the ball to Edelman.
if it's a one-on-one
Wilson's
matchup,
focused on Garrett Wilson anyway. And the Jets,
it don't matter how good.
Edelman's
Hold
a
on.
3-time
This how good Julian Edelman. Well, look at his career. This how good he was. It don't matter if he one-on-one with anybody. Tom is throwing that ball to Julian Edelman. Third down, they need it. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 10, 3rd and whatever. That's Julian Edelman. Over the middle, he wasn't really outside. Over the middle, bruh. To me, he's one of the best middle wide receiver, like over the middle type of wide receiver in NFL history. I mean, what he did in the middle of the field, it's like, and it wasn't even, like the separation. You wouldn't see the other guy on the screen. The camera pan to the other guy when he's tackling him. That's how much separation he got. It was just stupid crazy.
Super Bowl champion who sits 3rd all-time in playoff receptions behind only Travis Kelce and Jerry Rice. Come on, Julian.
That is incredible.
Chase for a 4th championship ring.
For a guy that came in as a quarterback, that was a quarterback. He played cornerback. He played every.
Months after Andrew Luck's shocking retirement, another superstar from the 2012 NFL draft class also decided to call it quits.
This pretty shocker too.
The linebacker retired after his age 28 2019 season after numerous injuries, and the Carolina Panthers have not been the same ever since. Kuechly was still at the top of his game when he retired, tallying 2 interceptions, 12 pass breakups, and 144 combined tackles. And if he theoretically decided to continue playing in 2024, well, Kuechly wouldn't even be that old at the end.
This I 100% agree with the Browns. With their defense,
decided to unretire. They have a top-tier defense led by Myles Garrett and Jeremiah Owusu.
I think wasn't they like the top defense in the NFL this past season?
Kuechly would fit perfectly in Jim Schwartz's ultra-aggressive and hard-hitting defense. He'd
Facts.
surely want the chance to pursue a Super Bowl, and the Browns look ready to take that next step after making the postseason with their number 4 QB option in Joe Flacco. So yeah, Kuechly to the Browns absolutely has to happen if the ex-Panther star decides to return following a
Well, Joe not there no more.
Larry Fitzgerald, Baltimore Ravens. Fitzgerald last played for the Cardinals in 2020, and he was well past his prime with career lows in receptions and receiving yards. We remain bitter that Fitzgerald didn't get to sniff the postseason in his final 5 NFL seasons. But hey, gotta credit him for being loyal to the only NFL organization that he ever played for, we suppose. But what if Fitz is feeling the urge to play again? I mean, surely he'd want a ring chase, and Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens would fit the bill here. John Harbaugh and company are never scared to bring in past their prime bets on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, come on. See Dez Bryant, Le'Veon Bell, and most recently,
I'm gonna talk about that Derrick Henry in another video.
In a rotational role on a run-first Baltimore offense, and his big game experience could help the Ravens finally break through in the AFC after yet another playoff heartbreak in 2023. Fitzgerald and Jackson teaming up for their first Super Bowl ring together? I mean, what does either side have to lose here? Rob Gronkowski, Buffalo Bills. If Brady unretired and went to the 49ers, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that Gronk should join him there too. We're just saying the 49ers have more than enough weapons and the league's second best tight end in George Kittle. But regardless of Brady's decision, Gronkowski should only have his eyes on the Buffalo Bills in the event that he actually decides to unretire for a second time. Gronk was a beast in his final season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2021, recording 55 receptions for 802 yards and 6 touchdowns despite missing 5 games. And guess who keeps choking in the playoffs? And guess who needs a number 2 receiving option? That's right, the Buffalo Bills. And guess where Gronkowski is from? That's right, Buffalo. And guess who owns 4 Super Bowl rings? Gronkowski. And guess who's never won a Super Bowl? The Bills. Josh Allen and company need another weapon to help Stephon Diggs in the passing game. And who better than a guy with 92 career touchdowns or 50
I like it,
postseason TDs,
but at the same time, it would just feel weird Gronk without
Gronkowski
Tom.
Totally has to come to the Bills and help them bring the Lombardi Trophy to his hometown. But which other NFL legends should come out of retirement and who should they play for? Let us know in the comments.
That's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.